Hello everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit today. We are here in Lord of the Rings Online as usual, and I will be your host, Little Redhead, and I'll be taking you around the world of Middle Earth today. So we should have closed captionings going, and I think everything is a go. So we were previously here in the Angle, and this is a new area that opened up a couple weeks ago now. The Angle of Mitheithel. Hey, just right. Good to see you. So we're in the Angle. It's this new area. It's in the Trollshaws area. So let me zoom out just a smidge. So the Trollshaws, if you've been playing Lord of the Rings Online, is this area, and it used to kind of stop somewhere in this kind of area. So everything north of that is what was part of the Trollshaws. And so now we've got this new section down here. It's kind of a triangle down at the bottom. So that gives us a little bit more to play with down there. Okay, so we were running around in the Angle, I think the last 2 weeks. And so we thought, hey, let's go do some more of that business. So actually, I started the, that's funny, I forgot about that. I have a house in Rohan, and I was doing some fishing today because I like fishing, and my character is getting high enough level with her fishing that higher level place you need in order to keep your fishing skill going up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you. If you go to your character screen, and let me close the log behind me, and you go to Hobby down here at the bottom, and it shows you how you're doing on fishing. This is also where you find the icon that you click for doing the fishing action. I have dragged it down so it's on my secondary bar. I have it on 5 and 6 because I often misclick, so that way it's easy. I can just fat finger it and I get it. And so I'm at level 138 in my fishing out of 200. You can earn 10 levels per day. So I haven't been consistent with it, obviously, but then your bar turns yellow. So you earn levels faster if you're in a higher level area. If you are also higher level in your fishing skills. I know it's a very silly thing. So I was in Rohan. But we don't have access to Rohan because I'm on the Treebeard server. So I was in Rohan housing, and while I was there, I was like, well, hey, I'll just go ahead and pick up the Homesteads of Rohan quest and get started on that. So I have that sitting there. Let's go ahead and drop that off. We don't need to be watching, keeping an eye on that, because we are going to do the Angle. So let me put these 5 quests on. Now you notice all of these say level 45. The Angle is a level 40 to 45 area, and we're getting closer towards the end of the storyline here, I think. I'm not sure. Because this is new, we haven't actually done the whole thing. Here's something wacky. So it's raining today in LOTRO. And that's cool. If you look up, it's like raindrops land on the camera lens. Oh, that's wild. I hadn't noticed that. But, oh, it's lightning. Because I was standing here, and I kept seeing that it was going, see how it's kind of gray, and then it would go bright like that. And I was in the other room. I could see it, and I was like, is something wrong with LOTRO? Like, it keeps going bright and then dark and then bright and then dark. Now that makes sense. It's lightning. How cool is that? All right. Well, neat. Okay. So, the things that we are working on. Let me see. How do I grab a hold of this thing? There we go. So the things that we are working on are, well, that's behind my picture. Where's that? Oh, that's up above. Okay. That's behind my picture. I'm not sure where that one is. And that one is also behind my picture. So we got a lot of stuff that's in the area where we're at right now. Okay. Cool. All right, well, shall we mount up and go talk to some people? And I think our good friend Weir Willow is going to join us as well. But she's also in the Angle, but I think she got to the place that we are, actually. I think we're all on the same track. Yeah, hey, this guy wants to talk to us. Hey, Waltney Maythorn the Third. Well met. Yes, I am Waltney Maythorn the Third. I go by Thorn. You tell him of his parents' impending arrival. His parents are a pair of folks that have been traveling in the area, and they've been working their way to this town of Tornhad, not to be confused with Thorin Had. And they keep getting delayed. Anyway, so you've been helping them along the way. You tell him that his parents are about to arrive. He says, "What? My parents are coming here today? Those old fools, I told them to stay in Bree where it was safe. Oh dear, this is terrible. I must excuse myself. My home is nowhere near ready to accommodate these two nitpickers. If my mother to arrive and see my hole-ridden socks hanging by the fire, I should never hear the end of it. I thank you for helping them to cross the Angle. What a nightmare this is. Say, would you be up for assisting me? I must rush off to my house and do what cleaning I may, and my larder is emptier than if I had Hobbit guests. If you were to hunt a bit for me and bring back some boar meat, I would really appreciate it." We can totally do that. All right, so where is Willow? I thought I saw her on the map. She was right next to me. It says this. Is she invisible? That's so weird. It's behind you. It's like turning into a British pantomime. Oh, hey, there's this guy. Oh, yeah, we had something going on with him. We went and got some stuff for him. Oh, yeah, some hides. We had to be very careful not to damage them. He was very particular about that. He says, "These will do nicely. Thank you for the hides on behalf of the Dunedain. I name you a friend of Tornhad." Oh, that's nice. Well, thanks. And let's see, we can get an earring, or an earring, or an earring. Yeah, okay. Because these are level 40 to 45, and we are already level 60 because we've already gone into Moria, and we're kind of backtracking to do this. So we're, any of the jewelry they give me is probably not going to be as, as fancy as the stuff I already have. That's okay. It's nice of them to think of me. I appreciate that. All right, so now, let's see. Yeah, this is a cute little town. It's like a ranger encampment, but like a little bit more of a permanent nature, which is nice. Mithrendan, he's one of the rangers. And okay, we have a couple things. So we have a master of stealth that we were off looking for him. Oh, we were doing a contest. And we were looking for caches that the Dunedain had put out and gathering that back up. So he says, "Okay, so thank you for the contents of this cache. They will be of great use to us for the Dunedain that travels soon eastward. I understand that you bested Faeron at one of his innumerable contests. I dare say it will do him some good to be outmatched from time to time, especially by a Hobbit. Few among the Dunedain have time or the patience to play his games any longer. Still, he is a master of stealth and brings valuable skills to our people whenever he sets his mind to his duty. Thank you again for this, my friend." All right, so we got shoes and shoes and shoes. We don't really need shoes because we're hobbits, so we'll just pick the ones that are the most expensive. Oh, and then he had a herb master that was out gathering things, and he hadn't heard from him, so he was worried about him. So we found the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, tell him not to worry about me." So, all right, so Mandan is safe. Thank you for checking on him. I expect it is true for every community, but especially so for the Dunedain. We may argue from time to time. We may not always get along, but we share the same purpose and care deeply for each other. For all his prickly exterior, Mandan has a bigger heart than many I have known. He hides it well, but there's nothing he would not sacrifice to help those who have need. Thank you again. Well, that sounds ominous. Help those who have need? Like what? All right, anyway. All right, what's next? Let's go get some meat. Okay. Cool. So we are headed out over here. Yep. Oh, wow. Now we're down to just 2 quests. Cool. Yeah, it does seem to do a pretty good job of like pocketing, like you do a bunch of quests over here and then send you over here. Sometimes though, it does seem like you're still being sent all over the place, but it's not that big of a deal because the angle is not that big. So I'm okay with that. All right, so let's see. Is that boar one of our options? It is. Yeah, it's kind of a little unfair because we are, you know, a little higher level and everything here is gray. It's like, aha, there's a wolf. Hello, wolf. Oh, did I pick up? Yeah, I did. I was just thinking, did I pick up my Wenda today? I did. I picked that up earlier before the stream, like a while ago, because I was, because I was fishing and I wanted to get into my, needed to get into my vault. My Wenda had worn out. So I went ahead and talked to Wenda before the stream, so I hope you don't mind that I, you know, you'll miss out on seeing Wenda, but that's okay. You'll see her again. She's around. We see her all the time. Cool, there's one. Oh, I'm in a box. Let me get out of that box. Okay, so let's see. I'm at 3 out of 8. Does a goat count? Or north? Ah, we're out of range on the map. Oops. Oh, and I was just close to that wood. Hang on, let me go back. I'm gonna grab that wood. Yeah, we've gone a little bit too far to the south here. All right, I will quit chasing the wood. Go back to the north. It's too easy to get caught up by looking at resources. I was saying earlier that I've been a little bit distracted today, easily distracted today. It's like there's all sorts of things, and I had like all sorts of windows open, and there was like a video that I'd started and then I hadn't come back to, but then there was another video that I was meaning to go to and hadn't started it, and then there was, and like, yeah, and then different pages of different things, and so every time I'd start to do one thing, I would get a little ways into it, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta remember I wanted to do this other thing, and that's a little bit higher priority. So I would go get started on the other thing, and then something would come up like, I don't know, I want to make lunch or something. And so then I would do that, and then I would get distracted by something else, and it was just this constant cycle of not finishing things, basically. Which, yeah, it was pointed out to me could be amusing during the stream when I get very distracted as well. So we'll just grab some branches. Oh, that's interesting. That was Black Ash and Lebrathon. So we're at the border of something. Oh, we're also off the map for the quest that we're trying to do. And I'm way behind again. Did it again. They're going to be finished with their meat, and I'm still going to need like 4 more. Am I that far away? I know, I think I hear a dot now. I'm bringing a party to you. He's behind me. I don't know if it counted. I think it did not. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, now I'm at 6 out of 8. So we're getting closer. Hopes if I stay with the party. I'm really bad about that. That's 7. That's 7. Is it just the boars, I wonder? That would make sense. Yeah, we're looking for boar meat. Not that one, not that one. There we go. Oh, right, because his parents. Right. Oh, anyway, yes, so we have 2 different kinds of branches nearby, so I'm thinking we're by the border of something. This is my guess. Okay. I think we're headed back to town. You know, I have a hunter's port. I can take all 3 of us there in like no time. I'm much more efficient that way. It's really funny because I started playing some of my other characters as well, because my goal was to get them to level to the cap on the server, which I have done. Oh, hang on, let's talk to Watley here. He says, oh, hello, please tell me you have something I can serve for dinner. Oh my, this is better than I could have done myself by far. Thank you so much. I still have much to do before my home is ready for my parents, but at least dinner is possible now. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have much yet to do. All right, so pocket item or a pocket item. Oh, that's cute. Clever recovered trinket of Mitheithel or stout recovered. Oh, I see. I'll just take the feather. Looks cute. I'm probably not going to use it, but we're completed the arrival of the Maythorns. I expect we're not done seeing those parents. Like, I have to expect we'll see them again. All right, shall we stable master north? Oh, yeah, sure, we can do that. So we've seen a lot of these, a lot of the stable masters. So we've unlocked everybody. So we're going to go up to Garond. Because this is the only place, so the quartermaster is located in a couple of places here in the Angle, but they have the same stuff. And there's only one travel skill that you get, and that's to way down here. But I guess that's fair. Because you can swift travel or you know, stable master travel to, you know, wherever you need to go. So that's okay. All right, you'll have to remind me if I was talking about something and I kind of left off on the story. Okay, here we go. And we have, yeah, somebody just south of us to go and talk to. So there's a cat that lives next door, and it's an indoor-outdoor cat, and so he's often outdoors. And because he's often outdoors in rather inclement weather, he's used to finding places to go and tucking around. Oh, thank you. And so he uses my garden as a litter box sometimes. And so I caught him today before he did, I think. So I went and had a chat with him, with the cat. I don't know if the cat really cared about our chat, but I felt better about it. Anyway, we have some like tall grasses and stuff that are all brown right now because of the, you know, it's winter time. And I didn't like go and trim them back or pull them up or anything. And so they're pretty easy to pull now. So I was pulling some of them, oh, thanks, and kind of like laying the debris over the part of the grass, or the area where there's dirt, but, you know, he can dig in the dirt, because I put some leaves over some of it, and he doesn't like that area. So I figure the more leaves and other debris I can put over the dirt, the less likely he's going to want to get into it. So I was doing that, and I kind of sliced a piece of my finger because I should have put gloves on, but I didn't. I was like, oh, just, you know, it was one of those spur of the moment ideas. Another distraction as, you know, as it goes. So, yes. I've changed with y'all now. Hang on a second, sorry. Prestidir waits patiently for you to arrive. Okay, yep. And this is Prestidir. And he was waiting patiently. And now he says, thank you for coming. The Dunedain have long protected folk who dwell on the edge of the wilderness, but we could not do so if our hearts were troubled. Our own families reside within the Angle of Mitheithel, and if we are certain they live in safety, the obligation we have sworn is more readily performed. So it is that the Dunedain conduct patrols, such as these on the outskirts and on the approaches to Tornhad. In times of danger, the village can be evacuated and we move our families to a number of caves in the outlying hills. It has happened more and more often in recent years, an unwelcome change every time, but necessary. It is a cause of sadness for the old-timers and a pleasing lark for the children, but for me it justifies our caution. What say you? Will you patrol these ruins with me? Sure. We will patrol ruins together. That sounds great. Then let us begin and remain alert for anything that might threaten the safety of Tornhad and its people. All right, so we are doing a quest called Long Memories. And I've got, hello, elf. Yeah, so I was talking about playing characters on Treebeard. So Treebeard is we're going to have more stuff happening. We'll come back to that still. Prestidir, what's up, bud? Wow, we had a lot to say. We're in an instance now. He says, I am not as well versed in the history of this land as some of my folk, but I know enough to share some of it with you. 7 centuries into the Second Age, the great elfsmith Celebrimbor journeyed from Lindon to dwell in the Holly Forest at the foot of the Misty Mountains. That realm came to be known as a region, and it was the birthplace of many great works and treasures of craft. The heart of Celebrimbor's realm lay to the south of the Loudwater, but the elves drove out the trolls and hostile Amonidane in between, constructing outposts in the wooded hills on the border marches. The chief of those was this stronghold, Eithildlir, built to watch the crossings of the Horwell and to keep open the road to Lindon. The governance of the keep was given to Orannoril, a Noldor companion of Celebrimbor. She had arrived as a captain in the wars against Morgoth and was renowned for her loyalty and her ferocity. Okay, so we're going to go and patrol this key historical place. He says, follow me. Wow, look at that. You can see how it could have looked quite amazing. Hey, what's that place we go to, like in Dol Guldur area? This reminds me of that, where you get that quest for, or there's a deed for going up high. Yeah. He says, this place has seen better days and worse. Ibn Lewin? Yeah, it reminds me of that place. Wow, though, look at that. Look at those pretty stairs. Maybe Oskalod, yeah. It is now home to only orcs and brigands and beasts. Aww. Indeed. Are you ready, he says. Yeah, we've got drop your coins on the ground and you might leave with your lives. Yeah, we have some brigands. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I offer you the same choice, but keep your coins. We want them not. Brigand captain laughs at us. Get him, boys. Oh, I should have done an invisible thing. And I could have, well, it didn't matter. I didn't need to. Hey, Prestideer, what do you think? I like how the bear roars at them and they fall over. Yes, and the minstrel exploded. This is the last of them. Okie dokies. Oh, what you got to say, my friend? I would not have begrudged them the shelter if they came by it honestly and turned not to robbery, but alas, it was not so. He gazes up at the sky, peering into the unknowable heights. It looks like rain, he says, and then returns his gaze to earth. You have heard of the War of the Elves in Sauron, in which the Dark Lord sought mastery over the works of Eregion? Celebrimbor perceived the designs of Sauron, but there was little time to prepare for the destruction that awaited the elves. The story of that war is a sad one, he says. The defenses of Eregion were overrun. Celebrimbor was captured and slain. That's sad. Elrond fled with the survivors of Eregion and established a hidden haven in the mountains. We've been there. That was Imladris, as you know. He knows we've been there. Orannoril took charge of the remaining soldiers following the death of Celebrimbor. Only her great skill of command kept the defeat from becoming an inescapable bloodbath, and she ordered her people to retreat. At the Holland Ridge, she watched with horror as Sauron's forces marched behind the ghastly banner they had made of the once proud elfsmith. Knowing a similar fate awaited her if she was caught, Orannoril devised a scheme to save what of her people she could. She chose a small force from her own household and tricked Sauron's army into pursuing them. On a grim chase, she led them across the Brunnen into the Angle, while the bulk of her kindred escaped by secret paths into the mountains and then to Elrond's young refuge. Ravaedron was one of these, and he never forgot his last sight of Orannoril's company disappearing over the ridge, pursued by Sauron's foot soldiers. All right, we're going to continue our patrol. So yes, we're playing here on Treebeard, which is a legendary server, and it's also a slow progression server, which means we don't have all of the content all right at once, right away. They give it to us in little trickles. So we have the original part of the game as it opened. And now we also have Moria. So the churning waters of the Horwell below. Ah, here comes the rain. I thought so, he says. Indeed. He's not kidding. It is raining. Orinol's company was evaded the armies of the Dark Lord until they reached Eithildir. But when they arrived below the stronghold, they found the crossing of the Horwell already held against them. A brief siege followed, but the orcs far outnumbered the few elves that remained. The gates were broken and the keep razed. One by one, the companions of Orinoril perished, until only she and 3 others remained. Together, they performed one last act of defiance, fighting their way through the throng to Celebrimbor's body and prizing it from the clutches of the orcs. With her last dying strength, now the last surviving elf in Elfwaldor, Orinoril, took up the smith's corpse and leapt from the precipice into the foaming waters of the Horwell. And so even in his victory, Sauron was robbed of his trophies, and his anger was without match. Furious that many of the Noldor had eluded him and unable to find where they had fled, Sauron invaded Eriador from the Angle, intending to crush the realm of Lindon. Instead, he found the men of Numenor waiting for him, for they had answered the call of Gil-galad, and the combined forces of elves and men broke Sauron's strength. From whence came the final blow? Why, it came from Elrond and the folk of Imladris. For when their strength was recovered, they returned with a fire in their hearts, and Sauron could not stand against them. Defeated, it was his turn to flee. To Mordor he escaped. So a lot of Lord of the Rings lore in there. It's fantastic. All right, so he says, after the war, the elves searched both the Horwell and the Greyflood for the remains of Orinoril or Celebrimbor, but they found no sign of either. This precipice became a place of pilgrimage for many of the Noldor, particularly for those whose flight to Rivendell she had bought with her life. Ravaedron was one of these, and I know it is not easy for him to walk today in the Angle with such memories as these still fresh in his mind. Eregion remained desolate after the war of the elves and Sauron, its shattered halls crumbling with the passage of the years, and we've seen that, becoming overgrown with grass and vine, but the stones remember what transpired, and so do those who were there. This is why I do not gainsay Ravaedron his choice to leave Middle-earth. If that is the peace he desires, I want him to have it. Well, it's very sweet. Okay. So remember, we're in the Trollshaws, the Angle is, and so that's why we get this view of Imladris sometimes when it's doing the transition screen. Okay, so let's say you have Prestidir. Long memories. I thank you again for hearing me out. I cannot begin to understand the burden that Ravaedron must feel when he walks in this land. I want him to depart from these shores and find the peace his heart deserves. I hope you feel the same and will help him accomplish it. Let us return now to Tornhead. Okay. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to mount up here. Oh, we're going back to Tornhead, right? I can assist with that here in a moment. Yep, okay, looks like we're ready to go. Shall I take us to Tornhead? Ooh, that's a pretty horse. I like that mount. It's a good mount for Weir Willow. It matches nicely. So anyway, so the current cap on this server started at level 50, and now the cap is level 60. And so I have... so there's a thing you can do on this server where there's some deeds that you can do on this server and Shadowfax. They introduced some new deeds. And let's talk to the dramatic elf, the artistically inclined Ravaedron, I think it is. Anyway, he says, welcome back. While you and Prestidir were gone, I received assurances from the others of his folk that they will keep a watchful eye for the stag's horns while I am gone. It's a human family that he was worried about. So that is all right. What did you and he speak about while you were away? Oh, you know, stuff and things. I see. Yes, Prestidir spoke true. This land holds many unhappy memories for me. It was many years before I walked these hills again, and my friends among the stores eased those hurts somewhat, but they did not long stay here. When they departed, I did too, and wished not to return. Only the wish of Elrond or his sons could bring me back to Mitheithel, and so it was. I found no signs of the Black Riders they sought, but I did befriend Madoc and Glenys Stagshorn, and that friendship was a bright memory, unlike those I have had of Sauron's war upon the elves. I hope I have not damaged its foundation, the friendship foundation. But that has given me an idea. The Stagshorns have lived in the Angle for most of their years, but they have not the long lives of the Eldar. This has always been a land of beauty for them, unmarred by the memory of war. I will give them a gift, a painted landscape of Mitheithel, and that will repair the hurts done by our quarrel. He just wants to fix things without talking to them. I have not forgotten the lessons of Wenna, the painterly store I once knew in Glenafon. We will fashion the pigments I need from natural materials found throughout the area, and so will the painting be made of its landscape it represents. That's pretty. This is going to work. Can I ask you to help me collect the soft stones I will need to make these paints? You will find them alongside the riverbanks throughout the Angle. I will meet you outside Thelgarth when we have enough, for I believe from that high place I will find a vista worth painting. Okay, so sure, we can help you get the paints you need to paint a place. And so yeah, the autumnal leaf. I like the autumnal leaf colors of the trees around here, says Abigail. Oh yeah, very pretty. Very fall kind of colors. Nice. Hey, there's some stones. Let's grab some stones. So there's some deeds you can do on this server and Shadowfax, which are the two servers that they came out with at the same time. This one goes slow, Shadowfax goes fast. We have less experience for monster kills and things, and our expansions are brought out in slower increments, like every 6 months, as opposed to Shadowfax, which goes much faster. They have the new expansions every 2 months. They go up to the next one every 2 months, and they get 150% of experience as opposed to our 40%. So you can see there's a huge difference there. 110 to be specific. Anyway, but the two servers do share one thing, and that is there's a difficulty thing that you can choose. And so I am playing at, for example, deadly difficulty. And that means that the monsters are harder out in landscape and in skirmishes. It removes that during instances though, so that's okay. Thornhead is a place of safety, but if it is threatened, we have places to go. Yeah, I just heard about these caves. So let's see, where were we? Hey, we're swimming. Nice, so cute. All right, so if you play at difficulty, I mounted up. That was probably erroneous of me. Okay, I mounted up before. I thought we were going the other side of the river. Okay, I'm ready. So in your deed log, under class race epic, you'll see adept and master. So let's see. I think the adept is the one. Yeah, if you play, so the difficulty levels you can choose go up and up and up. And hard is one of the lower ones. But it's still harder than, just no difficulty, right? So if you play through to level 50 as a character, you complete a deed. And if you can play up to level 130 as a character, you complete a deed. And then if you are doing it at deadly difficulty or higher, because there's deadly 1, deadly 2, deadly 3. It goes from deadly 0 all the way to deadly 6. And so if you are on deadly, which is higher than hard, you have access to both of those deeds. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing all of my characters are playing on deadly plus 0. So, but why? Why do you need so many characters, you say? Because each type of character, so each profession, like hunter class, each class. So yeah, hunter, Bjorning, runekeeper, each one of those gets a different title. Because what you do when you get the deed is you get a title. So like adept of bows, adept of I don't know, of scrolls, of learning, or I have a bunch of them because I did the level 50 thing already. Let me see. Well, I can do class completed. Oh, disciple. Disciple was one of them. And that's play through level 50th on deadly. And then, oh, maybe it was something with a P or an S. Anyway, so each one of those gives a different title, and the titles are account wide. So I want to get all, sure, I can take us back to Tornhead. So I want to get each one of those titles because I like to be a completionist. And so I started one of every class on this server so I could get to level 50 on deadly or difficulty and get all the titles. And then I will keep working them toward 130 so I can get the next set of titles, but we're only up to level 60 on this server. Like, we can't even go any higher than 60. So my goal is every time we have a level cap increase is I'll creep on my characters up to that next tier, to that next cap, and then they'll just chill out there and wait for the next one. So that way I can keep getting all of the titles. It's a very silly thing, but it's, it amuses me. All right, go for it. And it's funny because I think it's the lore master one was something like, Disciple of Scrolls. And I thought, well, that works better for my scholar. So I put it on my scholar, who happens to be a rune keeper. So I thought that was funny. Yes, all the deeds. How to do all the deeds. So that's why I have one of every character. But I am starting to play some of my other characters because they are at max level on the server. And so what I've been doing is they've been farming and stuff, because you can get experience from farming, like literal farming, like, making potatoes. So I've been doing that with most of my characters to get them that experience. But they're all done. Like, well, not all done. I have one, she's level 59, but she'll be 60 soon. And she's my cook and jeweler. So every day that I remember, which is most days, she does the guild stuff. I do the guild stuff with her. Oh goodness. Oh, he's not. Yeah, maybe I can shoot that guy. I keep targeting and stuff. Excuse me. So yeah, so she's level 59. She's getting closer and closer to 60, so I'm not worried about that. She'll be there pretty soon. Do we have any more people to deal with? Oh, okay. There's a wooden chest back there, though. I didn't grab it.
How can I be of service?
All right. He says, these are perfect, my friend. I will grind them up in the right quantities to make just the shades I need to capture the landscape of Mitheithel. I have chosen a good location to paint. It is just to the east of Thelgarth, below the hill on which the ruins stand. Okay, so we need to go and find that location and watch him paint, I guess, after I collect this goodies out of this chest. Oh, there's like actual stuff here I have to think about. No, I don't want that. Okay. Did you guys just like jump off? Oh, kind of. Hi. Are we just gonna fall down? When he says jump, we say how far. I mean, I expect there's probably other ways to get there, but this'll do. I appreciate the bear, like, healing all of us. You'll get better, I promise. There's some wood over this way. I smell it. That's an interesting ability, being able to smell wood. Hey, I smell some platinum, too. I'm gonna grab that. Because my jeweler keeps running out of stuff, so it's always good to have stuff. Oh, hey, here's our painting guy. Hey, painting guy. Is there a new Hobbit introduction? Hobby introduction? Oh, that would be cool. Landscape painting? Oh, wouldn't that be a cool hobby? That would be pretty neat. Okay, so he says, is this not a lovely spot? I envy those who can stride between these rivers and see only the beauty of the land and not the war-wrought scars that I have seen here. It will be my challenge to paint the view I see and not the view I remember, but I will let my brush lead the dance and see where it takes me. Several of the Dunedain have agreed to keep watch, so I will not be disturbed while I paint. Dimware is just to the southwest. If you would like to help as well, I know he would appreciate the company, and I have learned in the short time that you are a hunter of no small skill. And Bjorning and Minstrel. All right, well, maybe we should go say hi to the watchful guy. Now that would be really interesting though, because the landscape painting, like if you could make your own stuff, like if you could make things that you could keep, because with the fishing you do, like some things turn out to just be tossed back, or you sell to the vendor or whatever. Some fish you can use to make foods out of, but some fish you go to the taxidermist and you make decorating stuff. So, you know. All right, it says, Hail, Rosenbloom, let us prevent any curious threats or dangerous foes from disturbing our artist. Oh, prepare yourself, my friend. Nothing gets by us. Okay. Indeed. Great to hear that landscape painting is the next hobby. Hashtag Hobbit rumors. We have successfully defended Riveron from this direction. Well, good job, us. He says, I think that was the last of them. How fares our artist? And then he disappears. He's hiding. We'll just pretend he's hiding. Oh, yeah, he's made progress on the painting. Aw, look at that. Nice. Some nice, happy little trees. Yes. He's our Bob Ross. LOTRO. It is coming along, but I'm not yet finished. Perhaps Brungos could use your assistance while I continue my work. He is just to the northeast, and I will appreciate your company as much as did Demure, I am sure. Sure, we'll go check it out. That's very kind of these guys to keep an eye on things while he's doing his painting. It's their way of saying goodbye. I think they were probably on their rounds as well. From here, I heard the record of your efforts alongside Demure, and now I am prepared to best my kinmate's work. Let neither beast nor foe disturb Riveron's endeavors. Okay. I hear the approach of foes. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Do not relax your guard. I hear more enemies coming this way. Oh, like that hill grouse. Sorry, little hill grouse. You and Brungos have successfully defended from this position. Our artist friend, something. I think that was all of them. It was a pleasure fighting alongside you. Sure. Okay, well, let's go back. All right, has he made progress? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, stuff's starting to fill in. Nice.
What do you need?
I finished my work. I dare not attempt any further strokes, for I fear my painting shall resist any further improvement. Were I to continue, I would risk spoiling it all. It's interesting because it reminds me of LOTRO drawings, you know, of the LOTRO landscape, which is, of course, you know, because they are painting both. And LOTRO always reminds me of being in a painting. So that's really a kind of a meta thing going on there. Layers and layers, man. All right, yes, this is sure to banish the memory of our quarrel. Furthermore, with the word of the Dunedain that they will continue to make safe these lands, I can depart for the Grey Havens with an unclouded heart. But first, I must deliver my gift. I will meet you at Fernbreak Cot. That's their house. Okay. Well, hopefully he doesn't, like, stick his foot in it again, but... we'll hope for the best. Okay, and they are not back where we just were, so that is really cute. Sticking his foot in it is his middle name. Yes, but it's Elvish, you know, so it's probably like, I don't know, Eflefdialel or something. It sounds better in Elvish, exactly. Exactly. Okay. What? You want me to take us back? To Tornhead? Oh, okay. We're gonna go to Tornhead and use the Stable Master. That probably would be a little faster than just running across than running all the way across. Yeah, that will be faster. That's true. You know, it's funny, they have been teasing that they're gonna have a new hobby, SSG has. So, I mean, who's to say? Maybe it will be landscape painting. It was a very nicely rendered easel, I hear.
Greetings to you.
All right, so where are we going? Which one are we taking? Who? Tham Lumerin. Awesome, thank you. Bum, bum, bum. So I think it was after last week's stream that I was eating some Easter candies because the Easter stuff has started to come out. And I had this really weird allergic reaction. Like it hit my face and my sinuses and everything, and like my ears were itching, and it was crazy. Oh, this place with the pretty lights. Hang on, we gotta go look at the pretty lights before we get too far. Well, we're going back out that way? Even better. So during the daytime, these lights are really cool, but at night they're all lit up, and so they look even different cool. It's very pretty. I love that. It's such a good look. Wonder if someday they'll have these for us to use as, like, you know, housing items, housing decoration. Those are so good. So pretty. Someone should tell the elves their bridge is on fire. Let's not scare the elves. I mean, goodness, can you imagine how big is that tree had to be to make that bridge? Oops, sorry. I stole the branches. We have two woodworkers here, and I keep going for the branches. I try not to, and then it's like, oh, well, I can't let it go by, and then I go back. Yeah, habit. Hey, there's ancient silver over here, though. Grab that, since you seem to be in a different area. Haha. Nice. Silver is so good. Like I said, I've been using my jeweler, and I was running out of stuff. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. I saw the goose before I saw you. Which is kind of funny. Let's see. I found a grouse. Yes, the hill grouse. I know. I shot one earlier. I feel kind of bad about it. Okay, so let's go. Where are we going? Oh yeah, to the house. Right. I'll just go ahead and get down so I don't run over their grouse, their chickens. Unable to contain his eagerness, he has already presented his gift. They have a lot of chickens here. All right, Madak, what say you? He says, yes, this is quite lovely. I have given Rivedon our thanks for it. He lowers his voice and speaks to you in hushed tones. Do your people react to sadness as strangely as elves seem to? We will miss you, we tell him, and he paints a picture of trees and hills. I don't understand it. It's because he thinks you're a child. No, I won't tell him. That's what started the whole problem. All right, he says, I hope you will not forgive my waiting for you, but I was quite eager to present my gift to them. In fact, I was in such a hurry that I spared only the very briefest of greetings for the ranger Idharion, who I passed on the way here. She was collecting herbs for the Dunedain, and I promised her I would help her with that task once my own was finished. Could I ask you to find her and apologize for my haste and perhaps to defeat any dangerous beasts that you might find nearby. Of course. Of course. Okay, so, I mean, it sounds like things are mended between them all. I think. They had a disagreement the last time they talked, you know? Because he was like, I'm leaving, but I got people to keep an eye on you while I'm gone. And they're like, what do you mean keep an eye on us while you're gone? We can take care of ourselves. Like, we don't need to be taken care of. He's like, well, but, you know, you do. This is a dangerous place. And he's like, what do you think, we're children? You know, and so it just escalated but a bit quickly. Anyway, all right, she says, greetings to you. Vedron sent you to help me. He has a great deal on his mind, and he need not ask for any forgiveness on my part. But I would tell him this. If you took the time to hear my words, it is not on your head to solve every problem in Middle-earth. Leave the land as best you can, and treat those who remain with as much kindness as you have to give. If you do that, you will sail into the west with an untroubled heart, deserving of the peace you have earned. That is what I believe anyway. Perhaps the Dunedain are in no position to say such things, for our duty seems never-ending, as if it will never reach its conclusion. But I think these words will help Vedron, though I find them hard to follow for myself. If you will help me gather the herbs that I need, my work today will go twice as quickly, or 4 times, because there's 3 of us, you know. Keep an eye out for them after you have concluded your current business. I do not want you to run afoul of any beasts while your eyes are locked on the ground. Sure. Well, we've already done the beast thing, so, you know, we can go look for some herby herbs. All right, is this one of those where we can all gather them, or do they disappear? Or they just count for all of us. Nice. That's awesome. I do appreciate fellowship quests that work like that, where if one person gets it, it counts for everybody. Yeah, that way you're not, like, fighting over the stuff. Oh, I thought you got... Oh, maybe we're not. Oh, we're each getting them separately? Oh, we just got them at the same time. All right, so I have 5. It says, gathered wild herbs for her and saw that Vedron is near. Bring the wild herbs you gathered to Vedron. Okay. Hey, my dude. Oh, you're over here. I thought he was over at the house. Oh, are those the herbs she needs? I was collecting entirely the wrong sort. Well, now that I know the one she seeks, I will have more. He trails off, staring to the east. Discover what has upset him. He has seen something upsetting. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, dear. The painting looks like it's kind of... The gift painted by Ravenon has been casually discarded by the side of the cottage. Oh, dear. Well, that's not so nice. I mean, they could have at least waited until he wasn't in the area. I don't understand. Why have the stag's horns discarded my painting? Did they not like the gift I made for them? This is very hurtful. Was I upset by our quarrel? This stings tenfold that, and makes me question our friendship entire. Do they not understand that I must leave this land? But despite my certainty of that choice, the leaving is still difficult. But how could they know that? They have not had the experience of the Eldar or faced such things as I have. Their sorrows may be shorter-lived than my own, but they are no less deeply felt. I think I have realized something. My gift was well-intentioned, but it did nothing to address the permanence of my choice or to soothe the wound it could cause. I sought an easy remedy, but no such remedy exists, or ever has. Okay. I feel like our elf friend is growing. I feel like those are all terrible outfit choices. He has another idea, and he needs our help. Okay, so... Golly, now what? I want to make things right. Let's see if the Rangers will help us again. Oh, we have a raider from Carluin. Hello, raider. Welcome to the show. I'm a redhead, and this is Heart of a Hobbit, and we are playing Lord of the Rings online. We're in an area called the Angle of Mitheithel, and we are working our way through the story here. So here we are going to talk to Hymeneor. It's Hymeneor. The instance is the lasting friendship. He said, did Ravenon Revadron tell you how long this would take because he gave me no indication, and this is not the only task I have set before me today. Let us hope this takes minutes and not hours. Goodness. Oh no, wargs! Oh, your pretzel. Oh, I can see your thing. Moobot has smushed your emotes because that was a lot of emotes, although it was only 3. That was very cute. I liked your pretzel emotes. I appreciate it. Thank you. You default to Dutch pronunciations for Elvish names, so he, my, Nior. Hermione, right? It's Hermione. Or. All right, Revadron has returned from his task. What was he doing? Where is he at? Oh, there he is. I have completed my task, and I thank you both for protecting me. He says it was nothing, the merest exercise. The next destination is Fernbright Cot. With your help, I will set this right. You know, the dude is trying too hard. Yeah, it's like, I feel like he's digging a hole, and he's discovered that he's in a hole, and he just keeps on digging. All right, we'll see what we can do for you. I needs must prepare. You knock on the door while I make ready. Okay, sure. Hey. I think if we all knock, they'll show up, right? Weather the storm of the stag's horn's displeasure with Revadron. Rosenwood, what is it? You have come back with Revadron? Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, I will give that elf a piece of my mind. He's in for it now, says the little kid. All right, my friends, if you will hear my words. I mean, that's asking a lot right there, but sure, they might. No, you listen to me, Revadron. We are not so long-lived as you, but we are not children. I mean, has he figured that out yet? I'm not sure. We did not befriend you, so we would be made safe in the Angle. All right? If anything, you have set an example of danger for Bran. Their kid. Standing right there. He said, yeah, it's true, and I would have it no other way. The kid likes the danger. We did not want your paintings or gifts. It is you that we will miss, Revadron. Aw. Well, at least they're finally getting to the heart of it. We cannot pretend to understand what you have endured, my friend. But we will not try to make you stay. Aww. Well, I have made you another painting. Another, he says, you must be joking. You must be the most thick-headed of all your people. Oh, that's fantastic. Come with me, my friends, he says. Aww. My first gift to you was just a painting, but this one is something more. It reflects what I will truly miss, and it's a painting of the 4 of them. Aww. Quiet afternoons in Fernbright Cot with my dearest friends. Keep it or not, but the memory of those days brings a smile to my face. Perhaps it will do the same for you. Aww. She says, it is beautiful, Revadron. You have outdone yourself, my friend. I like the other one better, says the kid. I jest. It shall hang by the fireplace in Fernbright Cot from now on, Revadron. Sorry, I really do have something to add this time. It will brighten the room for all who look upon it and warm their hearts. Thank you, my friends, he says. Yeah, right. You said you've got it good. Now go. And my thanks go to Rosenbloom and the Rangers of Thornhad as well. And, you know, these other folks that are here too. I could have painted nothing of worth while under the threat from orcs and wargs. From orc and warg. Wait, orcs? Wargs? You should have painted those, says the kid. That's my brand. Completed. The instance, the lasting friendship. Are you on top of the... I saw you were on top of the building. Yeah, Affadil had jumped on top of the cottage. It's funny. It's funny, it's been warmer lately. It's been like 10 degrees outside, and the house is cooler than when it was like 0. It felt like the house was warmer. It's
How
funny.
can I be of service?
All right. Rvedron says, I thank you once again for helping me to learn what I might have learned long ago. As happiness is a part of the world, so too is sadness. Seeking to avoid it can delay the pain, but it does not destroy it. There should be no shame in tears. I will travel to the Grey Havens with my own sadness, and I will bear it over the sea. But so too will I bring my memories of the happy times. I will not weigh one against the other, but carry both. And in the years to come, perhaps Madoc and Glennis and young Bran will look upon the second painting, and there will be days they wish to cry, and there will be days they wish to think to smile. It may have been among the last friendships I made in this Middle Earth, but it will be a lasting one, and so too will mine with you. He laughs, a brighter and more contented sound than you have heard yet from the elf. The Stag's Horn have invited you inside to see where they will set the painting, my friend, and now I say goodbye. Like, for real goodbye, or are we going to see him again? I remain unconvinced that we are done seeing him. Well, let's go inside and see where the painting is. All right. So, let's see, I see there we go. It is over by the fire. Aw. The second painting hangs proudly in Fernbreak Cot. What a strange name for a house. I always believed elves were supposed to be wiser than the rest of us, but then my wife and I met Rvedron. He is dear to us, and we will cherish the time we spent with him. But I tell you truly that sometimes he could be more maddening than our Bran was when he was just a baby. Folks are complicated, I suppose, and in that, at least the elves are the same as the rest of us. Thank you for helping the three of us, Rosenblum. You are welcome at Fernbreak Cot anytime. Oh, that's nice. And neat, we're gonna get reputation with the angle. We're gonna get the painting, and I think it's the landscape one. It is, and 2,000 virtue experience. Well, look at that. Yeah, where's my virtues set at? Let's take a look. I'm excited about that painting though. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Okay, yep, that one. These two, those. Okay, yep, cool. I got them all up to close to max before the last time before we got to level cap, and so it's like, yeah, I'm okay having room because I'd rather have space and be getting stuff than to just waste it. So at least that's how I feel about it. Cool. So I probably have a lot of stuff in my inventory, but I've got a painting. That's cool. Nice. Put that up in the kin house, maybe. Is that everything? Wait, there's got to be more. I can't imagine we have finished this whole place. Have we? Is that the end of the story? Oh, maybe we don't see him again. Well, all right then. That's interesting. I wonder what it would do for characters that haven't gone beyond. Like, is there a vector quest to, I don't know, send you off to somewhere else? Like the Lost Homely House or something. You know, I'm surprised, like, I'm expecting to have to go talk to Elrond. Isn't that always the way? It's time to go talk to Elrond again. What was I gonna do? Let's sort this. And Elro here and his friends sent us here from Thornhad, so maybe you already have other stuff to do? Yeah? Yeah, if you're on level. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know. I'm used to there being some sort of a vector to send you somewhere else. Yeah. Well, all right then. So, what do we want to do now? Shall we go reclaim the mirror halls of Luminar? Sure. Who? 21st hall? Okay. The request has been sent to for me to take us to the 21st hall. Okie dokie. I can do that. This is what we do a lot on the weekends. There's 5 of us sometimes that get together and we run around, and there's 2 hunters in the group. It's great. So we'll be like, okay, let's hunter travel to Zoom, and then we, run off from there. So I'm the driver. Affidel is like the navigator. Go here, let's go there, that kind of thing. Instance cluster guy. Grand stair. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take it just in case we end up in that area. Although I know we're not doing grand stair now. Okay, here I come. So how's everybody doing?
Bring life back to the gardens of Moria.
Oh, we have a new
The
challenge?
Iron Hill Garrison has crafted great
Daily.
mirrors
Okay.
and placed them upon
Oops.
the pinnacle of
I always forget that I probably should look where I'm
The
jumping
light has
before I just
failed,
start jumping in this one.
And the dwarves seek to learn why their mirrors do not reflect it. as
Ken
they must.
pancake? Is that what you call it when you fall down so far that you don't survive it? Let's see, what have I got now? I've only got a couple seconds left of falling damage. That's not bad. I'll just follow the bear. I like it. Follow the bear prints. I love the little paw prints in the snow. And the little hobbit prints too. Like, so cute. Look at those little bear prints in the snow. It's too cute. Okay, here we go. I guess this might be kind of on level. I should probably food up and stuff. I remembered to go and pick up foods recently, at least. Excuse me, I have an itch. I had a scratch on my arm the other day, and it caught something, and it's like, oops. I gotta be careful, otherwise I'll be bleeding on my white shirt, and that wouldn't be awesome. I don't know, I think it's a redhead thing. Ah, here we go. We gotta move the. No, but then I scratch something and then it starts bleeding. It's like, so annoying. Affidel usually does the mirrors in here to get us all to where we need to go. But I'm gonna do this. Go invisible, and then I'll do my focus. And then I'll shoot the wargs. Yeah. It's funny because, I have good DPS, but the Bjorning has even better DPS. And Affidel has some, as a minstrel, has some initial fight things as well. And it's like, between the 3 of us, sometimes we end up fighting over aggro unintentionally. That's kind of funny. Oh, thanks, Moobot. We have new sales for the week, March 3rd. That is today. Cool. So one of the cool things about Thursday is it's kind of the overlap between the previous week and the coming week. So any sales that had been going are just finishing up, and then any new sales that are coming are starting, and so you have that little bit of overlap. So let's see, the new freebie code is for a free battle potion of restoration, so that's exciting. Actually, maybe I'll snag that. I put that into our kinship information. So battle potion of restoration, and that goes here. I did go ahead and get that fall immunity because what were we doing? There was something we kept doing, and I was like, we kept falling, and it was like, yeah, we keep getting injured every time we do that. What was it we were working on? It was one of the instances, I think, where we were just going and fall. Rift. Might have been the Rift. Oh, yeah, it was the Rift. It was the Rift of Nerskoshu. Yeah, where you just run in there and then you fall down a whole big area. All right, so we're going to set that message of the day. Cool. So now anybody who logs on, they can see the code right there. I like doing that. I think that's really useful if somebody wants to do that stuff. So sometimes, those are really handy codes. Sometimes I'm like, I think I do not want to add that to my inventory. But there's definitely other times, like the falling thing, which I thought I had no use for, but then we were using it in the Rift every time we were going through there, and I was like, okay, that was quite useful, actually. So I went ahead and grabbed those this week when that was the code. So what's this week? Let's see. If I click on the link, yes, go ahead and open the URL. Oh no! I took over my web caption. Hold on. There we go. My captions should be back here in a second. The LOTRO sales. Whoa! Well, that's exciting. So there's a parent. No, I don't know yet. But now they task carry-alls was the question that was asked. So Cordovan has been the one who's posted the sales information and the code information in the forums for a while. As long as I can, we've been playing for 3 years, so as long as I remember, but I wasn't necessarily paying attention at the beginning. Anyway, this is from a new person, Katrakal, who is listed as the Associate Brand Manager. I did read something about that recently. I think Druid's Fire was posting something somewhere about that, about how their LOTRO has a new brand manager. So that'll be really interesting. I really hope that's somebody who can kind of help with all the different places where they could be like promoting themselves, because I feel like they could do a better job of promoting LOTRO. So SSG could do a better job of promoting LOTRO. I think they just, I don't know. Now, I am not one to throw a stone at that glass house, I will say. I am terrible at coming up with good promotional stuff. Like, I use Twitter and Instagram or whatever, but like I am not a super hot shot at that either. So I'm not saying I have the answers, but I'm just saying there are definitely times when I see something and I'm like, or I don't see something, and I'm like, I feel like there's missed opportunities out there. So I do hope that they are able to start capitalizing on some of those missed opportunities and actually not miss them, as it were. Oh. Speaking of missed, I missed that turn. Here we go. Anyway, so it's the brand manager who's posted this information for the LOTRO sales this week. So that's exciting. New and exciting. Let's see what we got. 20% off select XP boosts. Enhanced XP supply. That's not useful for Treebeard. 100% mark acquisition boost. Right. Virtue acceleration tomes. And that's through the end of the week, or through next Thursday, into Friday. I think it ends at the end of Thursday, basically. So I guess not through Friday, but into end of Thursday. Like I said, there's a little bit of overlap between the previous week's sale and the new week's sale. Yeah, no task carry-alls yet. So disappointing. Those were on sale I don't know, 2 years ago now. At this point, it's been a while. In fact, I might be able to look, because I keep those emails. When you buy something, it gives you like a little email, or at least I do. I get an email, and then I just throw them into a folder. So I might look at that at some point and be like, hey, when were those on sale? Because it's been a while. Because I know somebody, never on Treebeard. Treebeard's been around since the last day of June. So over 6 months now. So 6, 7, 8 months that Treebeard's been around. And they haven't been available during any of this time. No, it's been over a year and a half. I was just trying to remember. I'm not sure if it's been 2 years or not. But I was thinking maybe I should gather that information about when the last time the different carry-alls were on sale. Because they did housing carry-alls one time. That was really cool. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a good idea, and turned out it was. But unfortunately, I only bought one, and so I have one on one server. But yeah, I would definitely like to get one on this server, because that would be It'll be useful. I'm starting to fill up on stuff. Although, the other thing I need, so I suggested repeatedly that they should do die carryalls. I don't know if they took this suggestion from me, but they did do a die carryall. It was only available with a pre-order of like the biggest package for Gundabad. And so I made sure that I got onto Treebeard first once I purchased that, because I wanted that die carryall on here, and that has been fantastic. Like, oh, I really wish I had that on Laurelin, because there's definitely times when I'm out doing something and I would love to dye an outfit real quick for, you know, whatever it is I'm doing. And I have it all in my shared storage. I have a lot of dye in my shared storage, but man, it would be so much more convenient to just have it all in a carryall. Just like take up one spot, boom, grab it all. Now I did get a instrument carryall on Laurelin, and those were available. And that is super handy because, yeah, like I get the instruments from the festivals and everything. So yeah, I just pull out that one thing and then I can figure out what instruments I want to use for that character for that moment. You know, I can run around through all this stuff like that. That is so useful. The Elves of Lothlorien like us being here. Oh, are we getting Elves of Lothlorien rep? Fantastic. Love it. We haven't even been to Lothlorien yet. We keep meaning to. In fact, so our group on Saturdays, we're doing Moria content and group content together. And but we know that we want to be ready for Mirkwood when it comes out, and that's in like 4 months. So we're thinking that maybe we keep doing like the epic storyline together, but we do like kind of all the side quests that you do in Lothlorien, that maybe we'll start working on those like in duos, as they say in our Dutch class, and do it in pairs, because Affodil and I can easily run together, and Weir Willow and Gale can easily run together. So we're starting to probably do some of the side stuff like that, but still do our groups content together. So, and that seems to be like we kind of did that with the last one when we were coming up to level 50, and so this is before Moria was open, and Region was kind of the last stuff, and so we kind of like broke off and did Region like on our own in our little groups. But still did the epic stuff together because that's fun. That's I don't know. I think it's so much fun to do the epic line together with other people.
The light has no place here. Leave now.
There we go. I was like, come on. Oh wow, she's a tough one. She has an eyeball. I mean, she has 2 eyeballs, but I mean, she has an eyeball icon. She has rage, 1,000 increased damage on all attacks. Yeah, she did have extra damage, but she's no longer around, so it doesn't matter. Nice. Well, we're not trying to torment you in your home. I know it's a difficult question, right? Like, who belongs here? Elves or monsters, or dwarves or monsters? Like, why not both? Why can't they share the space? We could all live together in one happy Moria. Yeah, I know. Like, there's the whole attacking us thing. So that's true. The dwarves do not attack us. So if the Marivel could like not attack, and then the dwarves would then be like, okay, you don't attack, we won't attack, then maybe they could like, you know, work it out. They could live together. Although I see like the banners and stuff that the Marivel have like, you know, put up in various places. I don't know that the dwarves would be too thrilled with that. So there maybe have to be like, you know, you guys have your homes here and we have our homes here and they're near each other, but maybe not in the same space. I don't know. Hard to say. Like, could they ever learn to get along? I just want everybody to get along. All right, so Affidale's doing the puzzle here. This is this whole light puzzle that basically these are mirrors, and they're shining light. There's the light that's coming in from outside that we've been able to capture with one of the mirrors, and we've basically been bouncing it down into the area down here. And so see how that one's at kind of a higher angle, so it's going to grab that from up above and give it a nice, 40-degree light comes down, and then nice little right angle, See, today is all about angles. We were at the Angle of Mitheithel, and see now, okay, see how it's pointing at that one, but that one's not pointing at the right place. We need it to point to the middle over here, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get everything to go through that big honking mirror there. See, did I find the stairs? No. I'm often good at missing stairs and stuff. But yeah, so we're trying to get everything to come to the center here. And we're going to get a lot of light shining down here. Once that happens, then it breaks through this cobweb. It's bright enough to disrupt that cobweb, and that allows us to get down there. And there's another giant lamp or mirror down there that we could then walk around on. And oh, look at that! I had some light shining on me for a second there. That was cool. So the first time we did this, I think it took us quite a while. Look at that. Because figuring out where the different lights need to go can take a little bit of time, Look at that crisscrossing and everything. Oh, there's a defiler. Whoops. Which one is you? Oh, over there. Sorry. Just kind of left you to your own defilers. Haha. All right, so we got rid of that one. Now there is one walking around out here, a taskmistress. Oh, we could probably do the challenge. So the challenge, that's so funny. I was about to shoot this one and then it walked behind the pillar. There we go. Beware, trespassers, you shall not bring light to our halls. I think that ship has sailed, my dear. You have brought much light to your halls. Oh no, it's not perfect yet. There's still blockage in the middle. Oh, you found another one. Where are you at? There you are. Did you already get rid of it? Okay. Oh, now it's I can tell it's done because all of a sudden I got reputation. Oh, anyway, so you may have noticed there was a taskmistress that just walked by, for example. And then there's, I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of helpers she has. There's a Morville Defiler. I don't know if that one counts, is the kind down at the bottom. But there's like 4 different kinds that surround the main boss down at the bottom. Once we can get through. And if you, let's see, do not kill all of a single type of Ergoth's minions. So let's see, can I see the minions yet? I don't know that I can. There's Ergoth, okay. Nope, she doesn't have her minions out yet. But there's like 4 different kinds. So there's like, I don't know, the Taskmistress and the Shoveler of Snow and the Drinker of Tea or whatever. So there'll be like 4 of each kind, 5 of each kind, I don't know. And they give her strength. They make her harder to defeat. So if you defeat them, she's easier to defeat. So that's why the challenge is leave at least 1 of each type of person out there, and then and defeat, but still manage to defeat her. There you go. There's a Morville Stalker, Morville Creeper, Morville Tough, Morville. I guess there's only 2 syllables there. So I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna have Affidel come down, and what she'll do is she'll put like a mark on each one. Oh, or we'll do single target only on Ergoth. Something like that. So yeah, so she's gonna probably put little marks. And so the way we do this as a group is you don't attack the one that has a mark on it. As long as you leave the ones that are marked alone, then you're good to go. Yeah, I sliced my finger just a little bit with like one of those grasses out there. They're long, tall, thin things, and it's just sharp enough on the edge. I was like, ever since I was out there, I was like, yeah, I probably made a mistake here. I was waiting for to come back in and be picking thorns out or something. Thank goodness I didn't do that. I did not grab a thorny thing, but yeah, it's hilarious. One of my many distractions of the day. It's so funny because we haven't even come in here for the epic line yet, because we got to come back in at some point and destroy this purple glowy thing. All right, did you mark everybody? Oh. Don't do multi-attack, we're just doing single target. Okay, sure, I'm ready. All right, we jump down, whee! All right, and now see, we're kind of on fire because of the, we're on fire. Hey, come back here. She ran off. That's okay, the bear will get her attention. She keeps doing that. She keeps throwing things. So I haven't talked about my crafting stuff recently, but let me think. I did a scarf. So I made this really cool shawl scarf thing started last summer during the Olympics, and I finished it around October, middle of October. And unfortunately, it got a small tear on it, or a thread broke or something. I don't know, around December, because I was wearing it all the time. It was pretty awesome. There we go. And so, I need to repair that, and I haven't done that yet, because I got to go back and look at the directions on how to make that particular square. But the other thing is I thought, well, I probably shouldn't wear that every day anyway, because it's a little delicate. So I made something that has a little bit more durability to it. So that was fun. I did some fun stuff there. Found a pattern, looked interesting, made some mistakes, but overall it turned out fine. So, and it's cozy, it's warm. It's been really good for this winter time, so that's been nice. Because we have Dutch lessons still on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they're 9:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon. And so when we're going out there, it's a little chilly. I appreciate you being able to just heal us through all this. It's fantastic. Yeah, so that's been good. So I did that. That was a crochet project. And before that, I had knitted a washcloth, and I was pretty proud of that little washcloth. It turned out well. It turned out nice, and without lots of, major errors. So I was pretty happy about that. So feeling good about my knitting, and I was kind of jonesing to do some more knitting again. So I was like, okay, I'll do knit project, do crochet, do knit, crochet, kind of go back and forth like that. So I started a knit project, and it was not going well. So I started a second knit project, and I made ribbing, which is this little bit here, which is cool. I can close this other stuff. But then the stuff that was supposed to go with the ribbing, I decided was too hard. So I haven't taken this apart because I was really proud of it, but I think I will. I think I will take it apart because now that I look at it a month or two later, I can see where I would like to do it differently or do it better. So still, progress is being made, right? So then I was like, what I really want is like another scarf shawl type dealio. So I have started that, but it's slow going. It's very slow going. So it's like, oh, and then I made 2 scarves from my teachers because we finished our Dutch classes, and I wanted to make them little gifts to say thank you, and so I made them each like a cute little scarf in crochet. So those I did in like a couple of days each, and then this knit scarf that I'm working on is going to take me like, I don't know, it depends on if I focus on it and whatnot, but I feel like it's going to take me months at this point. So days to do crochet stuff and then months to do knit stuff. Currently. Over time, I think it'll even out a little bit more. I think as I get more proficient at knitting. Also, I have to really focus because I'm terrified of dropping stitches, which I know what that means now, and I don't like it when I do it. But basically, it means you've got like all these loops on the hook, or on the hook, the needle, on the needle. So like you've got your knitting needle, and you've got all these hooks of yarn on there. And what you're trying to do is like take another piece of yarn and put it through there and then push that off onto the other one, right? So you're just kind of shifting, it's like kind of a typewriter almost in a sense that way. Oh, I can stay here? Okay, I'll stay here. Okay, I'm to stay here. So what you're saying is we're to watch him while you go. I can do that. And so what happens then, like you have those, those yarns hanging over, and like what I do sometimes is occasionally I'll like one falls off and I haven't put the next yarn through it. And so if you end up pulling things badly, that thing can just disappear. But then that means the ones that it's going with, like there's nothing keeping them still, and so they start to unravel, and so you just end up with this big unravel chain. And I don't want that. Like, I don't know, for some reason I've had that happen already. And it makes me really unhappy. So I think I need to get more of a comfort level with fixing my mistakes. But in the meantime, I'm really worried about dropping a stitch. And so it takes me a long time because I'm still learning how to hold the yarn and do the stuff, and get the yarn to go through and come around and, to do all the things. It's like a little mini puzzle every time. It's a dexterity puzzle. And I like puzzles. I like games. So maybe that's part of what it appeals to me. Also, I like that I can take like a piece of yarn and like a long string of yarn, and I can do crazy stuff with it to a point where it turns it into something else. And that's kind of fun. It's like, the old turning, lead into gold? I can turn yarn into clothes. Like, that's kind of a cool thing. It's magic of a sort, as far as I'm concerned. So, I'm enjoying that aspect of it. And I do find it somewhat calming. You once had Marina Sirtis walk you through picking up a dropped stitch. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Man, I should have been knitting back then. She played Deanna Troi in Star Trek Next Generation, for those of you who do not recognize that name. And Affadil and I worked as volunteers at a comic convention for a number of years, and got to have some time getting to know some celebrities a little bit. Like they're sitting at a table and they're doing autographs and stuff. So it's not like you have long drawn out conversations with them because they're often busy. But it was, it was really cool to be able to kind of see them and get to know them on a more different basis. And different celebrities obviously approach things very differently. Marina Sirtis was fantastic. She really enjoyed the fans, and she liked having conversations. And oh, should I stay here with the lever? Okay, so what should I do? Sorry. I'll stay here. Okay, I'll stay here. I'll stay here. Hey. Hey, Master of the Master. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm here every Thursday, pretty much. Like, I think I've occasionally take a Thursday off, but I'm usually here. Do the lever? Okay, I'm doing a lever. So open a gate. Anyway, yeah, Marina Sirtis was lovely. We had great conversations. Am I supposed to jump down or no? No. Okay, I stay here. Go down the ramp, I hear. Okay. And keep going down? Keep going down? Yeah, I came down that. Came down these stairs. No? Okay. Go down the stairs, take a left, go down some more stairs. Okay, go down until I reach a drop into infinity and then stop. Those are great directions. I can do that. Probably this way then. Hey, I found a lizard. Hey, little lizard. Oh, and Marina Sirtis was hilarious because, like, she would talk to people and whatnot and stuff, but then, like, somebody would bring a baby and she would just, like, lose her mind. Oh, thank you. She would come out from behind the back of the table and be like, oh, can I hold your baby? Do you want me to take a picture with your baby? Like, she was very all over the babies. It was lovely. So it's just funny, you know, how different people have things that just really draw them out. That was nice. So yes, so she also apparently is a knitter. And walked you through how to pick up drop stitches, even though you already knew how to do it. But that's still very, very kind of her to. And I wonder if she has any videos. Yeah, that's true. Like, the green room can get kind of, I mean, it's a place to relax, but sometimes you're there and you're just kind of hanging out and it gets kind of boring. So it's your in-between time to kind of decompress, right? So knitting is a good time to do that. Or knitting, crocheting, any like little projects like that are nice for that kind of decompression. Water wheels and nada doom. Yeah. So it's one of the instances. It's a Moria instance. It's the 3-person. There's Naladoom and oh, the light thing we just did. Wait, yeah, this is Luminar. Naladoom Luminar. So you just missed us. We did the light. Yeah, I have to turn all those, you know, those things. So that was cool. And Affodil is fantastic at remembering where to take us and which direction we're supposed to go and all of the little pieces of this puzzle because I forget. It's really funny because every so often we'll be doing something like this and I just rely so much on Affodil running us through. And then, you know, Affodil will be like, okay, I'm going to step away for a minute. You keep us going. And I'm like, do we go left? Do we go right? Do we go straight? I don't know. Take us. I don't know what to do. So it's kind of funny. All right, shall we attack these guys? And like there's areas in here where you're supposed to find something and I still don't even know where to find them. Ah, Naladoom Lizard Slayer. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, cool. All right, now we go down in that hole. What's over here? I guess it's just a little inlet. Okay, here I come. Oh, this is where we jump down and jump down somewhere. Well, I did jump down and then jump down some more. Maybe not the right down. Hey, I made it though. Without perishing. Cool, that wasn't actually too bad. Oh, and hey, there's the purple thing in this instance that we have to get rid of. Cool. So yeah, so there's the challenge is defeat the Carrig in the southern room or defeat the Carrig in the western room. But I don't know where those are. I think we've looked into that a little bit. Maybe the sort of thing where we end up doing it like in the future when we're over leveled and are able to find the places a bit easier. Because this isn't the one in the southern or the western room, I don't think. I don't think it counts for that. So I don't know. Watch out for the smashers. Yes. Yeah, so we're at the point where these pistons are gonna be smasheroo here. Alright, so. And I ended up right underneath one. Get my butt out from under there. There we go. What? I didn't touch you yet, dude. But I am. There we go. Thank you for the healing. Oh, no. Oh, thank you. Using in combat res. Although, I think you've got the in combat res for like every 2 minutes now or something like that, right now? 2.5? 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes, and then one of us can die again. It's not a challenge though. Don't have to. Oh, I should probably like put some oil on or something. There we go. Oh, my dude. Let's see. Oh no, it was turtle, isn't it, that we did with just the 3 of us that one time. That was hilarious. Because there's a turtle one with a turtle. And it's like a 12-person raid. You'll see it advertised in like world chat regularly. And the 3 of us were like, hey, let's just go try it. All right, so which one is it? Where's the thing? There's a lever we're supposed to pull. Oh, okay. Awesome. That's how you wake him back up without him fully healing up again, which is nice. Anyway, so the 3 of us did manage to do it, but it took a while. I was like, all right, that was an interesting challenge, but I think in the future we could just do it with more people. Yeah, we were hoping for like the rare stuff because there's a cute little turtle house you can get, or it's a yard item, and we were hoping that maybe if we did it as a 3-person it would drop, but it didn't. So I think, oh my goodness, he just threw me really far. I think the key is that we'll just oh no, that's okay. He is almost 2. There you go. I don't think I have, but I think Werewillow has a bear res, which is convenient. Yeah, like everybody's getting resurrections. I'm surprised that they haven't stuck one in for for hunters too, because like high elves have one, and Bjornings have one. Obviously minstrels have one. You need some jumper cables. Cute. Oh, hey, check the corpse. There's stuff. I hadn't done that before, I think, recently. Ah, that's a lever. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, so we still have the challenge down here, you see? Defeat the Carrig in the southern room or defeat the Carrig in the western room. But I think it's one of those puzzle things where you have to open up the right thing to open up the right door to get into the right room, sort of thing. Oops, I just fell off the edge. Sorry. Hey. Did you just leave? Oh, okay. All right, then I'll just retreat. I thought you were doing the thing. Okay. Never mind. I thought you were gonna go try and find the western room or the other room or whatever. It's supposed to drop higher drops and higher difficulty like the 12-person raid. Okay, so fair enough. So we just need to do it with the 12-person like as often as we can, like whenever there's not locks. Yeah, there's always, it seems like it's always like there's always a group that's trying to go. Especially right now, because that is like cap level stuff. That one and like Watcher in the Water is really popular. So yeah, all right. Well, we'll just keep we'll have to keep planning for joining the 12-person raids. Usually they happen when we're not paying attention. Oh, I probably should food up and stuff. My food's probably wore off when I got defeated one of those 2 times. Like falling in the water. Oh well, so it goes. So it goes. So yes. Have you ever gotten it, Master of the Master? I think one of our kin makes got it over on Evernight. I'm supposed to defeat 10 white hand archers. If I were to do the auto-bestowed quest set before me. And done lendings. Oh, I got all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so we did it as a 12-person raid. And it took a while. Yeah. I think we could have... I don't know, does it have locks though? I can't remember. Because if it doesn't have locks, it would be faster to just do it with a bunch of other people. Just do it like 4 times in a row or something. See if it drops for anything. Heck, if there's no locks, we could just say like, all right, pick a Saturday, pick 3 hours, just go. Just do it over and over again until everybody gets it. There's probably locks. I expect that does not work. There we go. Come on. So yeah, with Affodil's legendary item, she's got a cool dealio that reduces the duration, the waiting time on the resurrection skill that she's got, her in combat res, and that is handy. I may have set a trap down. Are there enough players? What? Oh, did I shoot a random thing? Yeah, I probably did. Sorry. It's hunter's gotta hunt. Hunter gotta hunt, man. Oh, we're in combat again. Now that time I don't think I did that. Well, although I may have shot her before. This is fine. Okay. Did somebody open that chest? I can't seem to get to it. Must be... There it is. It's fading. Okay. Master of the Master asks if there's enough players in Tribute to organize daily raids. Yeah, there are. Yeah, we see it popping up in World regularly. So there definitely are. Yeah. It's just we're rarely organized. Like, we're on other characters or whatever. And then by the time we're like, hey, we could join, they're like, oh, it's full. So they fill up really fast. So really, I guess what it comes down to is we should just plan to, like, before we log off each day, be like, okay, let's run one of those, Because, yeah, they fill up really fast. Let's see, we've done, I think all 3 of us have done this challenge, right? The Flames, the library. All 3 of us, I think, have done the challenge. I think so. So I don't think we need to do the challenge, right? I mean, we can. It's hilarious, but it is unnecessary. There we go. Target's already dead. You two are very fast in your decimation. Yeah, so I think that's what we should do. We should just plan on like doing it ourselves. Just do the invitations. I said that is. It's so funny, extinguishing these book stands takes a long time. They have an extra long duration bar. Sure, you can play in raids as a kin, don't wait for world chat to join. Yeah, but we rarely have 12 people in the kin on at the same time who want to do the same content together. Remember, we keep a pretty small kinship. We like to keep it more handful size than kinship size where you have 12, 20, well, like, there's some kids that'll have like 50 people on at a time, and it's like, nobody knows each other, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is because on like the legendary servers definitely have more of a, this whole server is your kinship kind of feel to it. So yeah, if we put something out on, you know, on World or whatever, and we're like, hey, we're looking to do anything. And in fact, there's even people that are still wanting to do like the Rift and Heligrod, and even Heligrod unlocks. So like if we were like, we could probably go into, there's like a couple of Discord servers out there, and we could probably go and be like, hey, on this date, this time, we're gonna just do Heligrod unlocks, and there would be people who would be like, yes, I will sign up for that. So yeah, we tend to use LFF a lot for filling up the larger group stuff because it's just easy. Because we'll have like 2 to 5 of us already ready to go, and then we just fill up the rest of the slots with LFF. And it's fun too because we sometimes will come across like the same people. It's cute. Oh yeah, did we get any goodies? Oh yeah, I got. Yeah, that seems like a lot. Some people were saying that school doesn't give as much anymore or something. It seemed pretty good. Was that not as good as normal? Or as before? Mm-hmm. I have a song stuck in my head. I'm trying to not sing it because I don't want to like get somebody in trouble. And plus, it's in Icelandic, so I probably wouldn't get to do it justice anyway. So school there just gave 1 enhancement rune, 140 ancient script tracery, and 160 ancient script tracery. Oh, it used to give that, and now it gives you 2 enhancement runes and 140 ancient script. Okay, yeah, I can see that's a little bit less. The library, okay. To the library. Haven't we done these as part of our Legendary Moria already?
Once held much
Well, maybe
of the
not.
knowledge of the early ages, and withstood
Yeah, but
the
I was wondering if we'd
brunt of
already done
Sauron's
them
attack against Eregion,
for this week. Okay, cool.
though much of the surviving lore
Awesome.
was carried
We like
away
doing the
by
Legendary
Elrond
Moria and
Rathel,
working on that because
the force of Angmar
like getting the
now
tokens and
seeks
getting
the
all the
realm.
stuff. We are collectors of things. Like titles. And yeah, like titles and stone trolls. And frames. I think sometimes there's frames. I'm part of a music league that I'm playing, which is a hilarious thing. So basically, like there'll be a theme for the week. Whoever's in charge of running that season, they pick like themes for each week. And so when the season starts, you know what all the themes are going to be for the rest of the week. Or at least in ours, we do. I don't know if it's a mystery in some of them, but and then see, for ours, you can then plan ahead a little bit. and then each week, like, you submit a song, but it's done anonymously. And then once all the songs are submitted, you listen to them, and you can then go and vote. Excuse me. And so I spend a little bit of time each week now, kind of like thinking about songs that I like and trying to come up with one of them that fits the theme of the week for the music league. And then I never win. I mean, well, I joined our group league like halfway through the season, last season, so already a bunch of people had points and stuff, so I didn't have a lot of hope. Actually, it was more than halfway through the season. So I did come in last, but I did have some points, so I was pretty happy about that. Like, I didn't come up with 0 points, so that's nice. Because what happens is you vote on things and you have like a certain number of points to a lot. So like last season, we had 10 points to give out each week. And this season we have 8 points to give out each week. And then in our group, they do also what they call a poop vote. So you give somebody a -1 vote. Oh, what? That put the trip bar behind me. It's not useful. Yeah, so you have to give somebody a -1, which is, you know, a little harsh. Nilhua. Yeah, minus. Even. It's a -1. Yeah, so you give out, in this case, 8 points now, but you subtract 1 from somebody also. So there were 2 songs that I liked quite a bit, and another one that I also liked. So I did 3, 3, and 2 for my 8 points, and then I did a -1 on it was a Johnny Cash song. I just wasn't feeling it. I was just not in the mood for Johnny Cash. All right, cool. Oh, that's the end. No, wait, we still gotta go back down the stairs, right? Beat up on the one guy. Okay, so the boss one gave 40 ancient script tracery. Okay. Oh yeah, I could yeah, it gave me that. Here, I'll sort so that way it shows up at the top now. All right. Back in the days, you got some better stuff from library, the last boss chest, but yeah, you don't know how it is now. Yeah, they recently, like, not this week's patch, but the one before that, I think it was, where school and library, I think, were both giving out lots of stuff. Before was posting there, but they nerfed it a little bit with the new legendary stuff, with all the little tweaks they're making to make sure nothing is too OP, you know. I get it. And honestly, we were really doing it so we could get like a secondary character kind of kitted out as well. So, you know, it's not like essential for us to run with our main characters for us to have more than what we have. Like, we're doing fine, I feel. So you love Johnny Cash? I do sometimes. I just wasn't in the mood for it this week. And it was like, the theme was North. And so people put in like some songs by a couple of Inuit singers and bands. I submitted an Icelandic song. Let's see. One person did something about a gold rush or something like that. Yeah, and then somebody did a Johnny Cash song about flesh and blood, I think is what it is. Like, hey, I like nature, but really at the end of the day, I need like another human being kind of thing. Which, you know, nice sentiment and everything, but I really didn't see how it connected to the theme. Oh, we're gonna do no AoEs. Okay, sure, we can do the challenge. That's cool. I do love Johnny Cash's version of Hurt. Like, holy mackerel, that is so good. Like, was it like Trent Reznor's one was like, yeah, we don't own that song anymore, that's his song. Yay, we defeated Chieftain Bruce. Aha. Completed. Legendary Moria. Woo woo. Awesome. Cool. I saw like a Johnny Cash musical at one point. It might have been called Ring of Fire. It was really good. It was really well done. Oh yeah, look at that. I have a lot of legend. Wait, did we just finish Legendary Moria? Oh yeah, wait, no. That can't be right. I've got Legendary Moria, Vanquishing the Deep. Yeah, we're still working on the face one, aren't we? Because with these legendary quests, if you finish it, then it gives you like an advanced version. But the advanced version has like a 1 week timer on it, and if you don't finish it within that week, then it drops and you gotta start all over. Which is kind of annoying. You've done 6 out of 12 of the 24. Okay, so we've got. Oh, we can't do Battle of Lorien yet, can we? Are we doing a portrait exit? Okay. Let me go ahead and get that started since that's a timer thing. Well, we could do. Oh, we don't have Battle of Deepway yet? Oh, we have to be in the epic that far. Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought we had got. Maybe not. Okay, so boss 1 gave 48 ancient script, boss 2 gave an enhancement rune of level 50, and boss 3 gave an enhancement rune of level 50. So, and it used to be 1 enhancement rune, 140, 160. So the 60 has been replaced by an enhancement rune. Whatever. It is a little less. It's less impressive, but whatever. I have a level. I have one of my characters that I'm keeping at level 45 because a lot of these enhancement runes you can use them at level 45. So they're minimum level 45. So I'm keeping her at 45, and she's got her legendary items. So that way I can use her to consume these, and then we get the most amount of item experience because it gives. Excuse me. See how it gives like 2,000 item experience points for that one, but because I am. That's nice. What am I, level 60? So I, oops, that's not what I meant to push. I meant to push that. When I consume, there we go, there's the bar. Come back here, bar. Where'd it go? There it is. When I consume, at level 60, if I consume a level 45 rune, those pucks, I'll get like maybe this much. But if I'm a level 45 character consuming a level 45, I might get like this much. So it'll help me go through the bars faster. So they added little stars on here. Isn't that cute? I like that. I haven't claimed any of these things. I really should do that at some point. And I'm only at level 22 through this reward track. And I was kind of hoping to get to like, 100 before we get to the end of it. So hopefully I do. Oh, are we doing another thing? My encounter travel is still up. Oh, that's the old one. That's the library. Okay. But new. Oh, is it time? Oh, it's time. Look at that. Well, hello. Those 2 hours did fly by. I like what you said there. Hurt is not just a song, says Master of the Master. Hurt is a story told that cuts you deeply. The story of life told in first person. It's very deep. Very deep. Yeah, well, and Johnny Cash just sang it really well. Like, he really just brought so much to that song. I mean, he's lived quite a life. So, alrighty. Or had, yeah. So anyway, 2 hours has gone by. Let's see. Where are we next week? Are we there yet? Let's see. Under my biography, I have the schedule as it has been posted. March 17th is the Spring Festival. So not next week, but the week after we finally get to Spring Festival. Okay, so next week we'll probably do, so we finished the Angle today. So next week we'll probably do instances. We might get into Lothlorien by then. So we might do some of those other, like Battle for the Deep Way, might do Battle of Lorien. Like there's a bunch of them that we might have access to by next week. So that'd be kind of cool. We can show those off on stream. And if you have anything like you are like, hey, it'd be really cool to watch, or get some more information about blah, feel free to always, message me on Twitter or in the game or, or whatever. I can easily be distracted by other things, housing and costume decorating, whatever. So, yeah, if there's something where you're like, hey, you mentioned this, can we do a little bit more information on that? Absolutely. I'm always happy to do that. Okay, well, do I like the Battle of Lorien? I do. We were doing that with some friends over on Anor, and it was kind of like it became a regular thing. Like every week when we got on, that was like the first thing we would do, is we would go and run that together, and I got used to that pattern, and we kind of got into a rhythm together as a group, and it was nice. So it's possible that it's not just the Battle of Lorien that I like, but also that companionship that we had at that time. And so that might be also adding to how well I enjoyed it. But yeah, I did. It seemed like like I said, we kind of had a rhythm where we'd go out and, we'd get like Afdil would grab a flag and I would run. So I had like the leafy feet because the hunter, and then we'd be out there and she'd like explode as the minstrel and get everything's attention, and then like the tanks would roll in and sit there and and slurp all the aggro, and then like the hunters and all other DPS would just like knock everything down, and then we'd go attack the thing together, and then realized you didn't have to run back and get another flag, right? You could just pick that one back up again or something. So that was really funny. And that's true. We were a bit over leveled by the time we were doing it every week. But we were doing that because we wanted the deed, and you have to do it so many times and stuff. So, and by then, like my hunter had traveled to Lothlorien, so I could always just take us over there. So that made it easy. Yeah. So I did enjoy it. I did come to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it, the Battle of Lorien. And yeah, it's not quite a capture the flag sort of thing. It's more like bring a flag. It's kind of the opposite. Give a flag, right? It's kind of, yeah, anyway. So, and yeah, Battle of the Deepway, Battle of the Smiths, Battle of the 21st Hall. We can do those. I think of those, like, especially 21st Hall, I think of from the, that thing we did last year. Anyway, all right. Well, I think I probably should get going. And yeah, I think that'll be due. Okay, so I will see you all next week. Remember, I'm here at 1 o'clock Eastern time, from 1 to 3 o'clock Eastern time every Thursday. Now, of course, now I say that, something will come up, right? And I'll be like, not able to be here for a Thursday. That'd be hilarious. But usually, that is my plan. You can always as before has posted there, you can find me on Twitter, and my Twitter, I believe, has the link to my website and the YouTube and all of that fun stuff. So all the goodies are out there, including these videos. Go out there. I know, right? I see me yawning. I'm sorry. It's only 9 o'clock at night. It's not that late. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your evening, and I will see you next time. And in the meantime, make sure you stay connected to that Hobbit side of your heart. All right, thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.